Harmonize your vibration. Step into your light. You are a goddess refined from the inside, and you are flawsome. Welcome to class. Today we are practicing a hippie flow. Considering I have been a nomad for probably half of my life, and I love working on the sacral center, also called Swadhisthana, and I love the energy of the water. I thought that this would be a perfect flow for you, a hippie flow. If you are going through changes in your life, if you're feeling blocked in any areas of your life, if you feel that you need more flow in your life, you want to feel more confident and more agile in your emotions, this is also a flow that will be for you. So we start laying on the mat. Take all that you need to feel comfortable. Bring the soles of the feet together. Open the knees out. Snuggle your shoulder blades together. Lengthen your neck. And bring your hands onto your lower belly. You can have your index fingers and your thumbs touchy. This is the Yoni Mudra. This is a mudra to embody and to remind you and to remember to embody the feminine energy that there is in you. When we are working with the element of the sacral, we are also working with our creative energy. And whether you are a woman or a man practicing, we all have this power in our sexual energy, in our sacral area. So start breathing deeply with your eyes closed if you feel safe in your lower belly and pelvic area. Longer and deeper breaths than before. Can you visualize yourself close to a water source of your choice? As you do that, you'll hear the sound of the water, maybe even gently caressing your body. Allow yourself to soften in this moment as the element of water caresses you, nurtures you, cleanses you. Allow the next breath to be a little deeper and longer into the pelvic area, and then up into the chest. Exhale it all out through an open mouth, maybe making sound. We're going to do another one this way, so allow the breath to extend all the way down towards your pelvic area. Then expand into your middle area and your upper cavity of your lungs. Open your lips and gentle sigh. We are connecting to the energy of the sacral now with the sound of oh. I want you to really make a sound as if it's gratifying, because part of working with the sacral is self-gratification, and voice and vibration will help you to remove any contraction of energy that there might be in your sacrum, and will help you to open up into self-gratification and pleasure of this moment. So I hope this class will give you a lot of really healthy pleasure. Take a deep breath in, all the way down towards your pelvic area and all the way up towards your head. And now open your mouth into a big project the sound out. Oh, imagine it's coming out from your sacral area. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Now extend your left leg straight and bring your right knee towards your chest. You can start making circles with your right knee in one direction and in the other direction. Both directions are needed to bring balance. So what we're going to do now is to harmonize and to bring some heat into our glutes and hip flexors and psoas, all those parts that are connected to our sacral area. Nice. Now from here, extend your right leg up towards the sky. Place your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers. For some of you will be behind the knee, maybe for some of you behind your calf. You can start pulling your leg towards you, and maybe you can lift your head and bring it closer towards your shin. Feel the stretch to the back side of your leg. Breathe through it and slowly release it back. Nice work. Release your right leg. Now bring your left knee towards your chest, interlace the fingers on top of your shin and start making big circles with your left knee. But allow the circle to really start and feel it into the hip socket. Then other side. Maybe you can start noticing that each side feels a little bit different. And this is totally fine. This is why we're practicing yoga as well, to bring harmony within our body. And there are always slight differences from one side to another, not to worry about, but more to be curious about. Now extend your left leg into straight and interlace your hands behind your hamstrings or behind your knee. Now if you want, or if you can, if there is more availability for you, you can slide your hands up behind your calf. Start pulling the leg towards your face and then lift your face as if you wanted to kiss your knee with your mouth or maybe with your forehead. For some of you, this will be very easy. For some of you, a little less. And there is no right or wrong. This is why you're here practicing. It's not perfect, but it's practice. And then slowly release this head, beautiful head back, and release your knees. Now bring the knees both towards your chest and make big circles with both knees. Outer side, and then start circling on the second side, going inward and out. Nice work. Take a deep breath in and now slowly make your way into a seated position with the soles of the feet onto the ground. Keep your hands behind you and the fingertips towards your feet. Now lift your left foot and place your ankle on top of your knee. Now you can even make a nice circle with your ankle if you like. And I invite you to start playing with this pose. You can even place your hands a little bit more behind. I'm doing so there's more space. And I really like to start moving the legs from side to side. Maybe lifting one hip at a time. So when we are working with our hips and rather with the sacral energy is in your second energy center, which is the Swadhisthana, which I already mentioned. And it is connected to your legs, to your thighs, to your inner thighs, outer thighs, and glutes. And it's also connected to all the fluids of your body. That's why the element of it is the water. So within that, it is connected to your kidneys and to your bladder, as well as with all the other fluids that are running in your body. Now, I imagine that I am like on a rocky boat. That's why I keep going, because it feels really good. And I feel like I'm connecting to the element of water as I do that. Now I invite you to place both knees towards the left side and place the shin of the left foot onto the side. Inhale and sweep your right arm up and then down, make a circle. Now reverse the movement. You can press the shin onto the ground, lift your hips and swipe your right arm over your head. Like your legs are in a 90-90 degree, and you're lifting your hips, the crest of your hips towards the sky. As you exhale, slowly release it, place your booty onto the ground, circle your arm back. Now bring again your ankle on top of your knee and then place the left foot onto the ground onto the other side. Now we're gonna get a little funky. So see what happens within that. Take a deep breath in, reach your left arm up and over, and now look to the front of your mat, right? Press the hands at the same time and your left foot, and as you do, lift your hips and start circling the feet all the way until they face the right side, and so you turn into a skandasana. And it's totally okay if you're outside of your mat, like I am as well, and that's okay. So we're playing here. It's practice, but it's also play. And I feel that there's a lot of playfulness when we work with the element of water. Now, for some of you, maybe your left heel is a little lifted, and maybe you need to bend your right knee as well, and that's okay. It's kind of start of the class, so it is okay if you don't feel like going all the way down in this pose yet, because it's quite strong. Now, wherever you are, I invite you to lift your pelvis a little bit more off of the ground, and you can start bouncing from side to side, and maybe all the way to the other side, and then playing with the curtains as well, and then return onto your left side. So this is your skandasana on your left side. We're going to gracefully, maybe not, return to where we were before. So place your hands directing towards the front of the mat and start pivoting your right foot all the way into 180 degrees, and then return the booty onto the ground. Your left foot is onto the ground, hands behind you. That was quite graceful. Slide your booty back. Inhale, lift your legs up and then down. You can windshield and whipper your knees from side to side. And all that we do is we repeat into the other side. So right ankle on top of your left knee. Notice that if you press your knee out, you will feel it much more into your right outer hip. So if this is the sensation that you want to feel, you can definitely open the knee out if that feels good. And then you can start moving like we did before, from side to side. Hui. Imagine again to be on a rocky boat, and so you are connecting to the element of water. And the element of water is just so beautiful and potent. And what I feel that is the most compelling part of it, of the element of water, is the fact that it really goes through everything, and it never shrinks, and it takes any shape, and it never loses the true nature. So it's always true to itself. And also, it is the yinness of the elements, which means that its nature is pure feminine. And so when we are practicing with it, you can also start opening up into your feminine power and maybe your softness and your sensuality. Why not? After all, the pleasure and self-gratifications are part of life. And maybe you have been blocking yourself in having a lot of pleasure in your life. So it's all about balance. Now from here, bring both knees towards the right, as we did before, but now second side. Anuk your ankle and place it on the ground until your legs are in 90 degree. You want to spiral out your right hand, sweep your left arm overhead, press the right shin onto the ground and the left shin and lift the hips. Bring your left arm over your head, open the front of the body, squeeze your butt cheeks, and as you exhale, slowly release. Circle your left arm down. Lift your knees up. Bring your right ankle on top of your left, and this time slide the right foot towards the left. So we're gonna go into the funky movement on this side. Reach your right arm up and over, and then watch towards or look towards the front of the mat. When you can press the hands at the same time and your right foot, take the momentum to lift your body and start swirling until you bend your right knee, lift your left foot, Skandasana second side. If you need to lift your heel, please lift your heel. If you need to bend the knee, bend the knee. You can always take other modification. You can go a little higher in half Skandasana. Maybe sway all the way to the other side, lift your right foot, and then you can repeat that. Maybe you start feeling a little warmer. And then from here, once you are on your right side, we return to where we were. So place the hands onto the mat, like if it was a downward dog. Look towards the front of the mat. Lift and swirl until your booty is onto the ground. Reach your right arm up and over, and then place both feet onto the ground. We made it. Now press both feet and lift your booty, and we play a little more. Just sliding your butt cheek back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Nice one. Now release the booty, look forward, come forward with your chest. If you can, without using, keep sliding back and forth. And then bring your booty forward and walk your hands forward until you reach your hands in front of you. Come into a squat, hands together at the heart. Malasana Yogi squat. From here, I invite you to close your eyes for a moment, and this pose is not just a delicious hip opener, but also a great place to reset your spine. And as you reset your spine and bring all the energies to flow, bring your awareness to your heart, and maybe set an intention for this class today. What is the element of water inspiring you to do, to be and to become? Can you be true to yourself under all conditions, just like the water? Take a deep breath in, and as you release it out, open your eyes, hands to the ground. Lift your pelvis and parallel the feet, long neck, forward fold. Take a deep breath in here and lift halfway. Open your arms out to the side. Your elbows are bent. And as you exhale, forward fold. Now we repeat. Imagine to be a jellyfish in the water. When you inhale, you open up your arms, you lift. And when you exhale, you relax and you allow the arms to fall. And repeat, inhale, the water is opening you up. And as you exhale, you release. One more time. I love this movement. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Shift the weight onto your left foot. Inhale this time. As you open, reach your right knee up and bring your arms overhead. Maintain the level of softness, and maybe you can even shake your ankle. Trust your body that will find a balance. Now look at something that it's not moving. Stay present. Stay with your breath. With the next inhalation, start making big circle with your right leg. Big, big circles. Feel it from your hip socket. All the heat that you're going to create with this simple circle. And then second side, you can even use your arms. And 3. And with the next inhalation, extend your right leg back. And bring your arms back as your chest moves forward, like in a cobra position. The neck is long. Look down and forward. In between the down and the forward. Now slowly bring your right foot back. Reach your arms overhead, crescent lunge position. Bring your arms down, palms facing forward. Your legs are into a crescent lunge position, but your arms are still moving like waves. This is like moving waves forward and back. Ay, so good. And so the fluidity can happen even when you are very steady on your legs, kind of steady on your legs. And so this is a bigger teacher for me. One of the biggest teachings from the water is adaptability and being fluid. Be true to yourself, but also keep changing and adapting. Nice. Now hands to the ground. Step your left foot back. Actually lift it up and see if you can lower your right heel towards the ground. Can you bend your left knee? Maybe even look underneath your left armpit. Can you make big circles here with your left leg? That feels good. Allow your hands to be pressed on the ground. Your neck is long. Armpits are coming in and up. Now make circles to the other side. Beautiful. Now extend your left leg straight and then to the ground. Inhale, lift your heels high on the balls of your feet and start waving forward into a high plank position. As exhale, knees, chin and chest to the ground. Inhale, slither forward. You're on your belly. Baby cobra. Hands underneath your shoulders. With the next inhalation, press your hands and lift the chest. Keep it, baby. Keep it small. You can look to your left and maybe bend your left leg. Exhale, lower. You can look to the right. With the next inhalation, lift and bend your right leg. Exhale and lower. Inhale, lift into a bigger cobra, maybe a teenage cobra. And as you exhale, pelvis onto your heels, child position. Inhale, wave forward, tabletop. Exhale, as you press, lift the knees at the same time. Glide back into a downward dog position. So, can you dance in your downward dog here? It's kind of your first downward dog because the last one was a three-leg doggy. So I always like to dance it out, move my hips. And, you know, when you dance, you move your hips. And dancing is really a big part of self-gratification for me. So you can go wild here, bending one hip at a time, and maybe also opening up into the sides of the body. Whatever your body is asking for. Now take a deep breath in and lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, bring your left knee towards your left wrist and lower your shin into a diagonal. It's like if you were going down in a pigeon pose, but you're not fully there because your right thigh is lifted. Look forward, pull your heart forward and draw your shoulders back. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale now, press the hands on the shin at the same time. Lift your booty and round the spine like a kitty. Exhale, lower. And pull your heart forward again, back extension. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, press the hands and lift. Inhale, this time lower, and open the chest. Exhale, lift. And this time step back. Take a deep breath in, lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, step your right foot outside of your right hand as lightly as you can. Mine was as light today. And when you're here, can you start pulsing back and forth? Back and forth. Opening up into your flexibility of your right hamstring. See how it feels. Now inhale and step your left foot forward outside of your left hand. Bend both knees and come into a squat. Kali squat. This time, this Kali squat, the goddess squat we call it, is different from Malasana. This is Malasana, is completely dropped on the ground. But with this goddess squat, we want to be lifted. So it's much more active. Your thighs are engaged and your hips are nearly on one line with your knee. Now reach your arms forward like if you were holding a sacred bowl in between the hands, and maybe it has the color orange like the color of the sacral chakra, of the Swadhisthana chakra. See if you can pulse here. And pulse for 1, for 2, for 3, and then come all the way up. Whew. Bring the feet closer together. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, shower the arms down, forward fold. Inhale, press your feet, come halfway up, open your arms. Remember, same movement than before, like a jellyfish. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale, open and lift, expand. Exhale, relax. One more time. Inhale, open. Halfway, you're lifting halfway, open your arm. And then exhale. With the next inhalation, shift the weight onto your right foot and bring your left knee with you. Reach your arms overhead. Keep your right knee bouncy. And you can start shaking your left ankle, maybe even your wrists. And we're going to repeat to the other side. So what we did before on the right, we do on the left. So I'm making big circles, as big as you can, in one direction. And notice if you use your arms, how more easy this whole movement will be. You will be so way more in balance, because everything is connected, and arms and legs are connected by fascia. Whew. Now, can you move to this other, reverse the movement, which may be a little bit more difficult, maybe not. And then slowly extend your left leg back, reach your arms back, start descending the chest forward, opening up into airplane position. Turn the toes down, so you're kind of like leveling up your hips. You can even check by placing your hands on your hips. And then slowly, like if you were moving through honey, place the toes on the ground. Inhale, reach your arms up, crescent position. Exhale, arms are showering down until they are at the level of your chest, palms facing forward. Maybe you want to bounce a couple of times on your legs to level up your hips. And once you got it, you can start moving waves with your arms. Inhale forward, exhale back. Do a few in your own breath, in your own time. With the next inhalation, reach your hands to the ground, extend your right leg into straight-ish, and then slide it back and up, three-leg dog. Can you open your hips? Shine the belly button to the side. You can even look underneath your right armpit, your delicious armpit. And then you can start making movements with your right knee. Big circles there. Keep your right hip nicely lubricated. Reverse the movement. Bring your right foot to the ground. Inhale, sway forward, high plank. Exhale, knees, chin and chest to the ground. Inhale, slide forward, baby cobra. Look to the left, and you can bend your left knee. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra, look to the right and bend your right knee. And lower. Inhale, press both hands, lift the chest a little bit more. Pull your heart forward, draw your shoulder blades back. And as you exhale, child position. Only for a sweet second here. Don't get too comfy. Take a deep breath in and wave forward. Tabletop. Exhale, lift the knees at the same time. Glide your pelvis back into your downward dog position. Downward dog is such an important pose and often overlooked. So what I like to focus on is my outer hands. And as you focus onto your outer hands, the energy goes into your outer lines of your arms, all the way towards your armpits. Now bend your knees and I'll elongate your spine a little bit more. So groove your tailbone longer. And as you exhale, lower your heels. With the next inhalation, lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist. Your shin goes down in a diagonal. Your left thigh stays lifted in this modification of a pigeon position. It's really great to warm up your right hip. So with the next inhalation, look up and pull your heart forward. And then when you exhale, press the hands, press your foot and lift your pelvic area. Round the spine like a beautiful kitty. And as you exhale, lower your shin. Inhale, pull your heart forward. Feel the traction through your spine. Exhale, press the hands and lift. Inhale, lower. Let's do one more time. Exhale, lift. Now inhale, extend your right leg back, and then lower it down to the ground. If you want here, you can rinse it out with one extra vinyasa. So inhale, come forward. Maybe you feel ready to go halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And as exhale, set your foot outside of your left hand. Stay there. Both hands are inside of your left inner foot. Can you start pulsing forward and back? You can bend your back knee 100%. Make it playful. Flexibility. Some of us are more flexible than others, and that's okay. This is why we come into practice, to bring softness into our skin, into our fascia, into our beautiful container. Just honor where you are today. It's just perfect. All right, now look forward. Step your right foot outside of your right hand and go down, but keep it active. Our goddess squat. Wrap your thighs around your femur bones and wrap your glutes around your sit bones. Bring your arms forward and hold an imaginary ball. Now can you pause here? Nice one. Breathe deeply, in and out, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse, and pulse. We sometimes have to go through tough stuff in life. So whenever we do it on our mat, it helps us to do it in our life. And so this is a reminder to become more confident in your life, to go through challenges with more ease. And then press both feet and come all the way up. Whew. Close your feet closer together. Hands on your hips. And dance your hips from one side to the other. With your hands on your lower belly. I invite you to use your voice again, because your voice is a healer. The sound of the sacral is oh. And make it sound like you're having a lot of pleasure with it. And it's fun. Take a deep breath in. Yes. Now I'm going to turn again. Take a deep breath in, arms to the side, Samasthiti. Reach your arms overhead. And as exhale, shower your arms down, bend your knees, hands to the ground, forward fold. Take a deep breath in and come halfway up. Open your arms, the jelly movement in the water. Inhale, open, exhale, release. Inhale, inflate and open, exhale, release. With the next inhalation, shift your weight onto your left foot and bring your right knee up. Arms overhead. You've been here before. You know what you're doing. A little circle. This time only 3 on one side. On direction. Place your right ankle onto your left knee. Hands at the heart. Figure 4. Imagine a chair behind you. You're trying to sit on it, but it's not there. So you're going to have to use your muscular activation. You can stay here. You can bring your elbows into your shin. Press the elbows into the shin and the shins into your elbow. This co-contraction will help you for balance. And if you want to fly in flying pigeon, you're more than welcome. This is your practice. Otherwise, if you are with me, take a deep breath in and reach your right knee up again. And as you exhale, extend your leg back, arms back into your airplane position. Slowly bring your right foot to the ground. Inhale, reach your arms up. Now this time open to warrior 2. So pivot your back heel. Left foot is pointing forward. Right toes are pointing to the side around 1 o'clock. Now can you make a little movement here? So rather than a warrior 2, it's like surfer 2. So imagine yourself to be riding waves, the waves of change of your life. Nice one. Take a deep breath in now. Find a steady point. Reach your left arm overhead. Lift your left toes up and turn them in so you're facing the long side of your mat. As you exhale, forward fold, wide leg forward fold. I'm gonna walk just my feet back because there's more space for me, otherwise my head is in the curtain. Now from here, heel toe your feet a little bit closer towards you actually. Can you reach with your hands your ankles? And you can see me from here, hello. You can press your elbows into your shins and bend your knees, slowly lower the pelvis and lift your heart forward. So this is like a happy baby, but it's standing on your feet. When you inhale, lift the chest, open the front of the body, and when you exhale, lower the crown of the head towards the ground and lift your pelvis. Inhale, bend your knees, lift the gaze forward, open the chest. Exhale, crown of the head towards the ground, look behind. Keep pressing your elbows into your shins. Do it one more time. Exhale. Beautiful. Now, with the next inhalation, hands to the ground, lift the chest halfway. Walk your hands towards the front of your mat. And step your left foot back and up, 3-leg dog. This time, if you want to go deeper, you can bring your right elbow to the ground and bend your left knee, open your left hip, shine the belly button towards the left, and keep pressing your right elbow to the ground. So your left knee and your right elbows are going in opposite directions. There is a line of energy going through it. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, extend your left leg into straight. And bring your left foot to the ground, pick up your right elbow. Inhale, way forward into a high plank. Exhale, knees, chin and chest to the ground. Untuck your toes. With the next inhalation, press the hands to the ground and lift the chest into a baby cobra. Look towards your left, bend your left knee. Exhale, lower the chest. Inhale, baby cobra, look towards the right, bend your right knee. Exhale, lower. Now with the next inhalation, lift the chest and bring your right elbow in front of you on the ground, and it's on a diagonal. Lift the chest a little bit and bend your left knee. Bring your left hand back, and maybe you can reach your pinky or actually your big toe edge of your foot. You want to stay here. If it feels good, you want to go further, go further. You can start pressing your beautiful heel towards the back of your thigh. Maybe you can even press your right hand onto the ground and lift the belly off of the ground. And if you want extra sensation, start turning your hand so that your fingers are holding onto your toes, and then keep pressing your foot towards the ground. And that should give you a very nice stretch into the belly of your thighs. Nice one. Stay there for a few moments. And then release carefully. Try not to slingshot it. Belly into the ground. Second side. Bring your left arm in a diagonal. And lift the chest. Bend your right knee. Sweep your right arm out. Hold the big toe edge of your foot. And start drawing your foot towards the back of your thigh. You can stay here. Maybe it's already intense. This pose is quite intense, even if it doesn't look it. Or if you want to go further, you want to bring your left hand a little bit more forward, press it and lift the belly off of the ground, and then swirl your hand until the fingers are the same direction of your toes. And then you can keep pressing and breathing deeply into the belly of your thigh. This is preparing us for our last position coming soon, which has a lot to do with water. You will see. Now slowly release it. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, child pose. You want to stay here for a moment or two. Allow the chest to drop, the head to drop, and you can sway your hips from side to side. Knees can be wide open. With the next inhalation, imagine bringing in fresh water all the way down towards the pelvic area. And then as you feel the pelvic area and then the chest, elongate the spine and find more space in between the vertebrae. And as you exhale, release dirty, muddy air back out into the environment, to Mother Earth, so she can recycle it for you. With the next inhalation, come forward. Exhale, press the hands, lift the knees at the same time. Take a deep breath in and lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, bring your right foot forward. Now this time, we're staying here for a moment. I'm going to pause again, but your right hand is outside of your right foot. Can you pulse front and back into this runner lounge? And for some of you, this will be the pose. And if you want to go further, you may want to try to jump. So maybe you need some blocks underneath your hands, or you can press into your hands to the ground if you can reach them. Take a deep breath in and then lightly swap your legs. And if that wasn't very graceful, that's okay. Just try this class over and over again and slowly we'll come. We will do another bunch of those. So you can start jumping from side to side. This is it's gonna get your cardio going. So I'm sorry if I am huffing and panting. Whew. One more. Yeah. And now from here, shift your weight onto your right leg. Nice one. And slowly lift your left leg back. Supported warrior 3 position. Take a deep breath in. Lift the chest. Bring your left knee up again. Arms over your head. But this time, wrap your left leg around your right thigh. So Garudasana, Eagle Pose. Bring your right arm under your left. Garudasana arms. And it's okay if your left foot doesn't go behind your ankle, rather your calf. It's not the main thing of this pose. Now, if you want to go a little lower, you can. Breathe slowly and deeply. Your balance has everything to do with the way you breathe. With the next inhalation, release your arms, extend your left leg into straight, and as you exhale, bring it again on top of your right, and right arm under your left, and wrap it up again, Garudasana again. Let's do one more time. Inhale, open, extend and kick your foot forward. Exhale, wrap everything together in Garudasana. Beautiful. With the next inhalation, just release it, and you can shake it. Take a deep breath in, sweep your arms overhead, and as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come halfway up, open your arms. Exhale, forward fold. Medusa movement. Inhale, inflate and open. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway open. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Shift the weight onto your right foot. Inhale, bring your left knee up. Arms overhead. Keep your ankle shaky and just take 3 big circles. And then bring your left ankle on top of your right knee, hands at the heart. Bend your right knee and go to sit onto the imaginary chair behind you. To help you with this balance pose, you can hook your elbows on top of your shin, flex your left foot. This is also preparation for flying pigeon pose. You can stay here for 3 breaths, then do. If you can stay here for 5, then do. You do what your body does. And then with the next inhalation, slowly release. Open your left leg back. Reach your arms back as well. Airplane position. Breathe slowly and deeply. And then reach your left toes back. Bring your arms overhead. And as you exhale, right arm forward, left arm back. Pivot your back heel into Warrior 2 or Surfer 2, second side. Right away, I'm riding waves. So I like to move it. I like to move my pelvis. I really like to imagine that I am on a surf board. Take Take a deep breath in here, expand, reach your right arm forward, flip the hand and reach your right arm overhead, reverse warrior two. Exhale out, open your arms into a T again. Inhale, lift your toes and turn them in. Right away in the exhalation, reach your hands to the ground. Again, if you need more space and you want to walk your feet back, that's totally okay. Wide leg forward fold. And your feet should be as distant as your arms or your hands can reach your ankles. And if you cannot reach your ankles, perhaps you can reach your shins. So there's always something that you can reach. Perhaps you can reach your knees. If you can hold on to your ankles, then please do. Bend your knees, press your elbows into your shins, look forward. And as you exhale, lower your crown of the head, lift the pelvis, look behind. Inhale, lower the pelvis, bend the knees. Slowly lift your gaze forward and up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Now drop your hands underneath your shoulders. And you can stay here for a few moments, swaying from side to side. Walk your hands towards the front of the mat, turn the toes towards the front of the mat and step back into a downward dog. Inhale, lift your heels off of the ground and like a beautiful wave of change and hope, ripple forward into a high plank. Exhale, knees, chin and chest to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, return back into a downward dog position. Inhale, come forward into a high plank if you feel ready to do another vinyasa. Exhale, go down halfway. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over your toes back into downward dog position. 3 juicy breaths here to recenter. Inhale, fresh water. Imagine it. Sparkling, clear, crystal clear water through your body, cleansing, purifying. And as you exhale, release the dirt, the mud, and the toxic parts, toxins that are in you, toxic parts that are in you. Both, why not? We all have toxins and toxic parts. This is why the healing journey is never ending. And with the next inhalation, you can lift your left leg up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bring your left foot forward towards your left thumb. Fingertips are pressing onto the ground. Can you pulse a couple of times? If you want to stay with the pulse, stay with the pulse. If you want to go further, then we're going to jump. In that way, you might want to press the hands to the ground. It's going to be easier. Now, feel the strength coming from your thighs and your core, and then sweep your legs. And second side. And you can go for a few times. Try to find lightness with it. Last one. Nice. With the next inhalation, shift forward onto your left leg and slowly allow the right leg to lift. Turn the toes down. You can even look down towards your foot. Your chest is parallel to the ground. Your fingertips are on the ground. Left knee is lifted. The kneecap is lifted. Wait for the next inhalation to lift your chest upright. Bring your right knee with you and wrap your right leg around your left leg. Left arm under your right arm, Garudasana. And this side for me is much easier. I have more openness into the hip, and that's totally fine. I know my strengths and my weaknesses, and I'm working through it. If you can go lower, go lower. Breathe slowly to maintain the balance. With the next inhalation, wrap everything and kick your left foot forward. Exhale, wrap everything inward towards the middle line. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And release. And shaky, 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 all out. And then come back to the top of the mat. Palms facing forward. Close your eyes for a moment. Find softness. Be guided by your inner light, inner trust. Steadily rooted in your inner truth. Knowing that you can adapt and change fluidly. You can become more flexible, but still remain rooted into this truth of who you are. Take a deep breath in, open your eyes, bend your knees and sweep actually the arms down and up into one chair position. The only chair that we're doing this class. Can you pulse it? If you like to pulse, I love pulsing. I love movement. And when we work with the element of water, for me, fluidity is key. And then bring your hands to the ground. Keep your knees bent, so your belly is onto your thighs. And maybe you can go slightly forward, press your hands, and jump back into a plank position. Then press the hands and glide your pelvis back into a downward dog position. Inhale, lift your right leg up. And as you exhale, draw your right knee forward towards your elbow and lower your shin in the diagonal. This time we're going into a full pigeon position. Keep your hands to the ground. And here, unless your foot, rather your shin can be parallel to the front of the mat, then you can flex the foot. But this is not available for many people. So if this is not available, you can turn the toes down and then maintain your shin more in the diagonal. And I feel that this is more accessible also for my body. There is a strong stretch into your hip flexor as it's flexed here. We're gonna go into a wave of pigeons. What is a wave of pigeons? Well, I show you. Fingertips onto the ground. Inhale, feel it like a traction into your back as you bring your energy upward. And as you exhale, now bend your elbows and kiss the ground with your head. Bow to earth. Inhale and lift. And as you exhale, bow to water. Inhale and lift. Let's bow to fire as well. Let's honor all the elements. And lift. And let's bow to ether. Beautiful. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling or the sky and make a big circle, like if you were drawing a big circle of joy all around until you reach the back thigh. Can you bend your left knee with a C-shaped hand? Can you hook it to the big toe edge of your foot? And this is already maybe intense, so it's okay if you are staying with the legs straight, and you can play with a strap if you have one at home. But if you are reaching for your edge of your foot, then you can also go further. So if you want to push yourself forward or further today, can you bring your foot all the way to the hook of your elbow and then reach your right arm over your head, finding a bind behind your head. Now this is quite strong into your hip flexors and the left hip flexor and psoas muscle, and you probably feel it as well into your lower back. There's a big back extension, so make sure there's muscular activation to protect your lower back. And what I like you to do is to find softness in the tension, and maybe breathing in into those parts that are getting really tensed here while you're in this pose. And as you exhale out, feel into the softness of the element of the water. And as you're embodying the energy of a mermaid, maybe you can also tap into feeling more attractive and sensual. And you can bring sounds to it, a big to open up to the space of your sacral area. Maybe a and let this resonate through your bones and skin. And then slowly and carefully release it. Yummy. Look forward, place the hands to the ground underneath your shoulders, tuck your left toes and slowly slide your right leg back behind, three-leg dog. Exhale over your right foot to the ground. You can wash it with vinyasa, or we can go straight to the other side. Use 3 breaths here because this is also a pose that can help you to wash through the pose of before as you elongating the spine nicely with a downward dog. And as you inhale, lift your left leg up. And as you exhale, bring your left elbow to your left wrist. Lower your shin in the diagonal and then your thigh. You can keep your toes tucked or untucked. However, I like to have the toes tucked because they give you a nice plantar fascia elongation. And then fingertips onto the ground. Look forward. We're going to bow a few times here as well. And as you exhale, you bow into your truth. You bow into your strength. You bow into your confidence. You bow into your heart. Reach your head up. Keep your fingertips of your left hand onto the ground. And then start making a big circle with your right arm up and back. C-shape with your fingers of your right hand. Can you bend your left knee and then rather your right knee and hook your hand around the big toe edge of your foot. Again, if you can reach that, you can stay there. If you cannot, just to play with it. Pigeon pose is already a strong position as it is. There's plenty to work with. And to go further, place your foot into the hook of your elbow. Reach your left arm up and over your head and hook your hands behind your skull. Soften into your hips. Breathe deeply from the earth all the way up towards the crown of the head. Deep breath, maybe even closing your eyes, feeling into the feelings of the moment. And if it's very strong and you're working through frustration, know that this is where you're here on the mat to work with what is coming up as well. When things are coming up, it means that you're ready to feel them and release them. And then slowly release your back leg. Hands to the ground, tuck your right toes, slide your left leg back and up, three-leg dog. Exhale, left foot to the ground. You can dance your hips from side to side. Walk your feet towards the middle of the mat and then turn towards the long side of the mat. Come into a squat one more time, a squat position to reset our spine after the mermaid position. And you can keep it steady and still, or you can bring a little bit of mobility to it. And that means to move your knees from side to side, maybe even trying to tap the knees from side to side. Keep it playful. And then release your booty onto the ground. Bring your heel of your right foot close to your groin and extend your left leg into straight. Now turn your chest towards your left leg. Inhale, and as you exhale, start walking your hands forward. Can you maintain your spine straight or straight-ish? And as you exhale, can you go a little lower and work with where you're at. The moment that you feel the lengthening and the pulling of your skin, it's working. You don't have to go through pain. Now, this part, you are stretching the right side, which is connected to the energy of the masculine and the connection to the energy of the father. Maybe you can go all the way with your forehead kissing your elbow. And then slowly walk your hands back, lift the chest, hands behind you, just switch side, yeah. Maybe you can pull your heel a little closer towards your groin, then turn the chest towards your long leg, hands on either side of your leg, and then start walking your hands towards your foot. Flex your foot if you want to feel more into the back of your thighs. And without, striving so hard to reach for your foot, as I said, the moment you feel the stretch, you feel it. You feel it into your hamstrings, you feel into your left side. And in fact, soften up into this moment because you're stretching your left side. And this is all about softness, embracing your feminine side. your intuitive side, your creative side, and maybe the connection with the energy of your mother and all the female in the family lineage of your family tree. Can you bow your head towards your knee? And breathe deeply where you feel the stretch and the pose. More in depth, use the breath to soften. Nice, and then lift the chest upright. Bring the soles of the feet together. One more pose. Soles of the feet. We started before recline Baddha Konasana, butterfly position. Now, heels can be closer to the groin. We're going to repeat the pose, but this time with the torso upright. And this time we're going to flap our wings. Imagine your legs to be like the wings of a butterfly. And can you soften the skin? Can you soften the muscle around your femur bones and your calf muscles? So use this moment as a way to soften all the way deep into the core of your joints, of your hips joints especially, which are the ones that you have used the most today. And then slowly release it. Look forward to the front of your mat, and then you can reach your legs forward. Extend your arms forward, round the spine, and make your way into Shavasana. Actually, we're going to get one more pose before Shavasana, because a good hip opener class could not end without a beautiful happy baby position. So we did it before on our feet, and now we do it laying on our backs. Hold the pink edges of your feet or your ankles. See what's available and start swaying from side to side. Imagine your body made of water, which it is, but maybe imagine being like a water balloon. So while you sway from side to side, you feel the waters of your body swaying freely from one side to the other. Finding freedom in this form, just a gentle lullaby to accompany you until Shavasana. And then extend your legs forward, open your arms out, palms facing up, close your eyes, or place your hands onto your lower belly and breathing deeply into your pelvic area, just as you did at the beginning. May you remain true to yourself under all conditions. Thank you for practicing with me today. Take it easy, rest, and drink a lot of water. You are loved. Namaste.